Welcome back to the channel. Now, I'm doing a video that I haven't done in a while, even though I have had some new additions, but this is an addition to my collection. As I said in my last video, I was running into a bit of writer's block, but now that new ideas have been coming to me, why not do a video about the newest card in my collection? So strap in, I'll let my co-star do her thing, and we will dive right into it.
Welcome back to my dad's channel. If you're new here, make sure to click that like button and subscribe, and don't forget to share.
So for anybody who's not familiar with the format of these videos, I have a playlist of my collection and I try to keep them pretty standard so that way you can get to the most important bits pretty quickly and they all have chapters, as this one will, so feel free to skip through. So for the intro, what we're going to cover here is exactly what the new member of my collection is, and I will bring it slowly into frame. Let's build up a little bit of the drama. Let's pass it by my face. Let's try to get the reflection. As you can see, that little feather there denotes that it is none other than the RobinHood Gold card. Ah, Robin Hood, see the words in the reflection. It's gold. Ah. Well, that's enough ceremony. So let's take this thing out of the package. So technically, this would be considered a unboxing. Look, PSA, I don't do unboxings. I think they're kind of silly because nothing ever really comes in a box anymore. The last card that I think I got in a box was my built card, and before that was my platinum card. So I'm not really gonna make you guys watch me open an envelope. I think you have better things to do with your time. So with that being considered, let's have a look at the RobinHood card. It is a gold card. It has the chip reader here. It's actually pretty good quality. It's about just as heavy at 17 grams as my Amex Platinum card, and it has the laser etched Robin Hood symbol here. Now, the unique thing about this card is that on the back of it, there's nothing except your name. That's it. All that's on it is my name and the Visa signature logo and the tap to pay logo. That's it. You just tap it and go. Now, this card has a companion app that is loaded on my iPhone because I'm a RobinHood Gold member and I have a RobinHood Gold card, so you can use it via the mobile app, which actually stores your card numbers. You can get virtual cards and you can, you know what? Why am I telling you guys all this stuff? It's gonna come later, so stick around. Don't leave, don't go anywhere. But anyway, here's the other thing. Here's what I'm reaching for, and that is my other gold card. Now, this is the Amex Gold, and we had a bit of a kerfuffle last video, but we've since made up. Baby, you know, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. In any case, there will be no competition here because these cards will be used for very different purposes, but I just wanted to show you the both of them in frame. Now, there's more information on the back of the gold card, and I don't feel like doing finger yoga in order to cover numbers to show you the back, because most of you probably have a gold card already, and you can already imagine what's back there. So that is the introduction to the RobinHood Gold. So first things first, in the regular formula, what is it? The RobinHood Gold card is a credit card. It is not a charge card, and that's it. It has a hard and fast limit. I probably should have looked up my limit before I got on this video, but don't worry about it. The limits don't matter because I don't tend to max out cards anyway, so I don't really care about credit card limits per se and how much credit I have. I do not carry large balances. It's not really my thing. I don't carry large personal balances, so credit limits are not something that are very meaningful to me. But it does have a hard and fast limit. It is a Visa signature card, so that does come with some Visa signature benefits. You can refer to my Visa levels video that I did to show you the different types of Visa cards. I will put that right here so that you can look at that to see the kind of benefits that Visa signature cards offer. So it's pretty good in that respect. It is a metal card. It weighs 17 grams, like I said before, matching the weight of the hallowed Amex Platinum card. So with that, that's what it is. It's a credit card and it's the newest of the bunch. So obviously, here's another important part, is how much does it cost? Now, technically, the RobinHood Gold card has 0 annual fee, but there's a caveat. There's a little asterisk right here, ding, and that is that you must be enrolled in the RobinHood Gold program. I am an avid retail investor. I have been so for years. So Robinhood was a thing that I've been using for years, constantly and consistently. Now with this card, what you end up having to do is have an annual Robinhood Gold membership. So for me, it was a $50 Robinhood Gold membership. So technically, like the Amazon Prime card, while the card itself does not have an annual fee, it has a companion program that you kind of can't have the card without. So it's sort of like an indirect fee of $50 per year. So that is something that you definitely want to consider. And from my research, it looks like it can be up to $70 a year, depending on what flavor of Robinhood Gold that you get. But the 50 is good enough for me. So essentially, I guess you can say I pay 50 bucks a year to hold a card, but it is worth it because it's a program that I was going to use anyway without the card. So this is normally the longest section, the meat and potatoes, the benefits, what's in it for me. Okay, so let's start with the multipliers. 3% and 5%. That's it. Period, point blank. The draw of this card is that across all categories, at an absolute minimum, you get 3% cash back in the form of Robinhood points that you can actually put into your Robinhood account and then turn around and invest as cash. Remember, these are rebates because this is what you're using the credit card for. So now I wonder what you're asking about the 5%. The 5% is if you use this card to book travel through the Robinhood travel portal. Now, I've looked through some of the hotels, can't lie, they're a bit pricey. But other than that, those are the benefits. There is no 1%. This card is technically, if you are a Robinhood Gold member, it's the catch-all of catch-alls because the 3% that you pull back, you can turn around and invest in if you are a savvy investor, or at least invest in just index funds that have known to have great returns over historical trends in the stock market. You can actually turn that 3% into much more with the magic of compound interest. So that is it. That's the benefits. It's a Visa signature. I told you, I did videos on the Visa signature. So you already know that you get things like CDW. You already know that you get things like no foreign transaction fees, payment protections, and so on and so forth. The list goes on. You can use this thing worldwide. So those are the benefits that are in it for me. So the dark side of the card. The fact is, you have to have a companion app. You have to have a companion service. So it's not truly a no annual fee card. I have to point this out to people, and in addition to that, you're going to have to spend $1,666.67 in order to cancel out that $50 fee for Robinhood Gold. Now, if you are just trying this card out, you can, that's great. But if you're not actually an investor really and truly, what are you doing with the program anyway? It doesn't really make much sense. Other than that, I haven't used the card enough to get the full breadth of the dark sides of it, but that's just something that I wanted to expose you guys to. You like the lighting? I tried something new here. I hope it comes out good on the video, but like I tried something new here. I hope you guys like it. The dark side. Ooh. Well, that's a thing. That's a thing. All right. Well, next section, sorry. So let's dive into familiar cards that are just like this one. And the one card that comes to mind is a card that I've already mentioned. That's the Amazon Prime card. Great card, incredible multipliers, but it has a companion service, and that being Amazon Prime. You have to pay the yearly fee for Amazon Prime or pay the monthly fee for an allegedly no annual fee card. It's the closest match to this card, period. So I'm not even going to go into other cards because I can just stop there. That is the family in which it's in. It's these cards that have indirect annual fees that you really need to watch out for, because if you don't use the service that it's intended to complement, then regardless of how good the card is, it's really kind of useless to you. So who's this card for? This card is for retail investors. This card actually, to tell you the truth, is for weekend warrior investors. If you have made it through the pandemic, or whatever it is they'll call it without YouTube flagging this, if you've made it through that, then you've understand the proliferation of investing by the common man. If you went through the whole GameStop debacle like I did, you know that retail investing exploded in popularity when people had time to just sit down and figure it out. YouTube personalities have made a lot of money telling you very basic stuff and not teaching you anything about retail investing, and you guys love them. But at the same time, it is what it is. They got to get their money. So this card is for investors. Now, as I said before, it has relatively low spend in order to eclipse the cost of RobinHood Gold. So now $1,667 over the course of 12 months. You guys do the math, a little over $100 a month. Like, I think we can all hit that. We all have things that we have to spend. And the fact of the matter is that with a 3% across the board return on spend, I think we can do some damage with that. And in addition, here's a caveat to the card that you need to understand. I should have included this in the dark side, but Robinhood does reserve the right to deny certain transactions. Case in point, I tried to pay my New York state taxes with this card as a new card to, get a little return, and they absolutely denied it unceremoniously, had me looking crazy in the streets. So make sure you read your terms and conditions and understand tax payments with this card are going to be a no bueno. Go ahead and stick with your Amexes or your Chases and just figure it out that way. You will be much better off. But other than that, this card is for retail investors and investors of all sorts, and people who at least spend $2,000 a year. That way, even if you're not an investor, you can eclipse the cost of the indirect fee. But I would hope that you reinvest it, because the points are only a penny a point. So why not just get the most value from them, objectively speaking? But if you choose to do statement credits, more power to you. So with that, please let me know what you think. What are your opinions about my new gold card? I have to say RobinHood Gold card because the other one gets a little jealous. But in any case, let me know what you think about it. I think I'm going to have a good time with this card. I've already started racking up points. I've already started looking at how the ecosystem works, the companion app and such and what have you, and how I'm going to invest my new riches to see the best way that I can get a return to cancel that $50 cost of RobinHood Gold as soon as humanly possible, and hope that a little bit of compound interest helps me along my way. So with that, I'm going to point at other cards in my collections that you guys may have forgotten. You see how I do the cross thing? That's actually a reflex now. And with that, my room's getting hot. I turned off the AC. 2 lights are on me. Take it easy.